and thank you for watching. Um, I'm excited for this activity for learning teaching interaction 2. And I'm going to be going over the chapters that we have read so far. The first one that I want to talk about is chapter 4, and designing effective instructions is the title. And the theory that is discussed in this chapter is component display theory. This theory was developed by David Merrill, and some of the other things that this theory presents is expository, which presents and explains throughout a short story supporting a principle. Another one is inquisitory, which asks learners to provide feedback and asking them to paraphrase somehow what they have learned. So pretty much asking for their feedback and just to make sure that they are understanding the material. And I think at this point, if they are now repeating something that you have thought or not exactly the way you thought it, this is a good point to make a correction if needed. On chapter 5, the title is Engaging the Audience. And this is one of the most important because if your audience is not engaged, it's going to be hard for them to understand the material and to learn something. And the main thing on this chapter is the art of teaching. Um, and obviously teaching it's an art, and not everyone can do it. It's challenging at times, but as we prepare ourselves and learn the material, we're going to be able um, to do it right. The first point that I want to touch on is relevance. um, Everyone has something to learn about family life education. Everyone can benefit from this. We all have families. Not all of us are married, but we all have families that can benefit from. There are some several issues that we can address, whether it is someone dealing with pornography or someone dealing with depression, or if we've had a loss in the family, um, had to adjust with new children in a marriage. I think that whether you're single or married, there is always something that you can benefit from. The next point is respect. Um, I think this one is extremely important because um, in order for your audience to respect you, you need to respect them as well. In fact, you're the first one to lay that ground um, on showing respect for them. Also, we need to keep in mind that we all come from different backgrounds, different situations, and um, and we need to be understanding of that. We need to be respectful that some topics might be or a little bit more touchy for some than others. The third one is participation. Family life education is much enjoyable when you allow your audience to participate, when there is collaboration in the lesson, when your audience has comments about the topic that you're discussing, when you when they share personal experiences that are tied to the class, to the material that is being taught. Um, and obviously allowing your audience to participate will enhance the learning experience for them, which is the most important, I believe. um, and I think that sums up chapter 5. Now I'm going to jump into chapter 6, which is teaching skills and tools in family life education. um, Methods of for teaching family life education. There are many, many topics that we can learn from that were discussed in this chapter. The first one that I want to touch on is leading group discussions. I have found it that for me it's very helpful and beneficial when I work with small groups and we're giving a topic that we're assigned to that we can elaborate a little bit on, um, actually, or learn on that topic and then share with the rest of the class. Um, I think that is very beneficial because you're not having everyone learn the whole material, but instead you're having small groups become experts on those topics, and then they can share that with the rest of the class. And I think that when students or your audience teaches the rest of the class, it's easier for everyone to learn from another peer than from a textbook or from a lecture, because we don't want to bore them with a long lecture. The other one is role playing. I think that as I have been giving scenarios, and I'm with a group, we all take a role. Let's say someone is a parent, someone is a social worker, someone is a school principal. Um, it's interesting to see what each person would do with the knowledge that they have, and that's something that I have found extremely beneficial as well. The other one is educational videos, and this one we need to be very careful because we don't want to present an hour-long video or film, because you're gonna lose your audience. You're gonna lose their focus. So if you're gonna use this, make sure they are short clips that will present your point, and then continue with your discussion. Chapter 7 talks about working with the diverse audiences, and this one goes back to respect. We are in a melting pot where we have people from different countries, different cultures, different religions, and like I said before, some topics are more sensitive than others for certain people. And then going into the gospel teaching skills for effective teaching, teaching by the Spirit. Regardless of what we are teaching, we need to make sure that we are praying for the Spirit to be with us, and that we are praying to help our audience, our students, to understand the material better, and getting to know the audience. As you get to know them by name, they will be more open, and there's going to be a different environment where everyone can learn. So this is all I have for learning interaction number 2. I hope you enjoy it, and good luck to everyone. Have a great long weekend.